Listen, bro, y'all need to watch them dudes, bro, who don't talk. The people who run their mouth and talk extra loud and talk big boy shit, them are the people you should be scared of. You should be scared of people who never talk. See, at least if a person who talks stuff, bro, you know what they own, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you know what to expect. You already know how to come up with a counter. With somebody who is quiet, bro, you never know what they own. You don't know what they thinking. You don't know what their next move is because they're quiet and they didn't say anything. And then that's when you learn the difference between snakes versus bees.
Well, before he gets into the difference between snakes and bees, I want to provide a different perspective, right? Because I will say this, I do think universally and 9 times out of 10, the loudest person in the room is typically the weakest. Because what they're doing is they're trying to be loud and project their voice to come off as more intimidating. Um, and that's like one of the oldest tricks in the book, right? Like we all know that doesn't work. People can usually read who's really about it and who's really not very quickly. Me, I would describe myself as that quiet person in the room. But it's not necessarily because I'm dangerous, because I think dangerous implies some type of level of like, oh, they're crazy. They might flip out and do this. My perspective on being quiet is I like to observe and I like to listen. I like to be very observant of my surroundings because you never truly know what's going on, even at work, right? Uh, Somebody could walk in there, God forbid, with a firearm or something, right? And unfortunately, that's just the state our country is in. It's very much so possible, and plus, it's a lot of crazy lunatic ass people out here, so you never know, right? Obviously, of course, God forbid that, please, God forbid that, but you have to be socially aware of what's going on. And you can't be socially aware of what's going on if you're constantly in people's face. Yeah, the game last night. Oh my God. Da, da, da. Now, that doesn't mean I don't socialize. Of course, I socialize. Of course, I talk to people. But even when I'm talking to people, I'm making sure that I'm aware of what's going on and who's around. And even in conversations, I usually let others dominate the conversation because one of the things I'm most proud of, right, is in the almost 2 years over 2 years that I've been working at my job, people don't know a lot about me. People don't know a lot about me. The most that anybody who has had a conversation with me, and I didn't like I can't say that me and them are like very cool. The most they can say is, "Oh, Dorian, he's a good worker, great worker, really nice, kind, and respectful." That's it. That's it. They don't know nothing about my personal life. They don't know nothing about my YouTube channel. They don't know nothing about anything like that. And nor do they need to know. You see, when you listen more than you speak, you tend to pick up on a lot of information that you probably wouldn't have picked up on if you were speaking. Like the amount of information that people tell you, like personal as well. Like, try this. In your next conversation, the next time somebody comes up to you randomly, even if it's on the street, people will tell you their life story if you're willing to listen. And this is how you also become a more likable person. Um, Damn it, I'm blanking on the name of the book. I think it was Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I might be wrong on that, but in that book, he talks about how people love to hear themselves talk. And it's so true. And it makes you even more of a likable person. So I think being that quiet person is actually something that's way more advantageous than people may perceive, because yes, there is this kind of mysterious or dangerous element to it, because yeah, people don't know what you're thinking, people don't know what you're gonna say, people don't know what you're gonna do, people don't know if you're weird or if you're cool. People don't know these things. Speaking from personal experience, I'm telling you now, the quote unquote quiet person is usually the most dangerous person, but they're also usually the most cool, man. I'm telling you, they don't bother nobody. They be out the way. They be into some dope shit. I'm telling you, man, us quiet people, you probably want to join the club.
You hear bees in your ear, you know when a bee is around. But a snake though, a snake is in a field, and the only way you gonna find that snake is if you cut that grass. Then it's crazy because people always mistake people who quiet for soft. Then as soon as they try them quiet, dangerous people, that's when they find out why that person keeps quiet.
Yep. Yep. And again, I think most quiet people, like he said, they keep quiet from popping off on people, man. Them quiet people they can be crazy. Like I said, I'm not one of the crazy ones, but there are some quiet people that will whip out on you quickly, man. They definitely not to be played with. They definitely not to be played with, man. That's for sure. That is for sure.
And the sad part about it, bro, when they find out who that person really is, when they finally decide to speak up, it be too late.
Yep.
Then it always shock people too, bro. They be like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to say that," because you never talk. Like me, I get on here and talk to y'all, bro. I get paid to talk, but I don't talk in real life. I'm not talking unless it's beneficial. It's like the more you say, the less your words matter.
I agree. You should definitely hold your breath, and speak when it is beneficial for you to speak, or when it is profitable for you to speak. Like he said, he gets paid to speak. Hopefully, in God willingly, in due time, I will be paid to speak. I think that would be awesome. But yeah, not everybody, and here's the thing, not everybody deserves your breath. Not everybody deserves your speech. Why do people think, I think some people think that quiet people are like they are supposed to talk to you just because you perceive it as weird that everybody else is talking and they not. I've never had a problem with being the person that's sitting down while everybody dancing. I've never had that problem because I know from sitting down, I can scan this whole room. I can see the exits. I can see the entrances. I can see where people going. I can't do that if I'm in the middle of the dance floor. I cannot do that. And you know what? I also think I'm kind of the way that I am. And maybe some other quiet people can relate to this too. But having to grow up in a single mother household and having to grow up quicker and becoming like a protector in so many words for your mother, for your siblings, it teaches you that you got to be situationally aware early on, man, because you never know. It could lead to you or your siblings getting snatched up, or your mom. I mean, obviously these are extreme situations, but you do have to learn certain things survival wise quickly.
So conserve your words and learn to be quiet.
I completely agree.
But
I completely agree. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this topic. I think it is very interesting. Was I wrong on anything? Or, is there more of an advantage to being a quiet person? Or do you think you would actually see more benefits if you were loud and well, maybe not loud, but a little bit more extroverted, right? I guess that would be a better term. I don't know. Y'all sound off in the comment section below. I love y'all. Of course, credit is due to the original content creator. The link is in the description. Y'all, please go check him out. Run up his original video. But without further ado, it's your boy D. I'm gone.